Welcome back. Now you're going to make actually a dish that I think almost every person who walks through that door orders, vegetarian and non-vegetarian alike. Tell us what it is.
This is our guacamole en molcajete, our vegetarian dream come true.
I absolutely love this pepperoni. You're not going to believe this. There's only about 40 calories in 13 slices of this. It's so good. I like to snack on it. It's so low in calorie and filling. Love it. There are some items on the menu like the smokehouse, which also has bacon. So could a customer come in and say, I want the soy patty, no bacon, no problem?
Guests can do that anytime they want, Cindy.
Now it's time to get cooking to make our wonderful pizzas. The first pizza I'm going to make is a white pizza. No sauce involved in this one, and very, very easy. You're not going to believe it. First, I'm going to take my pizza crust. I'm going to grab my pizza plate, a nice round dish, ventilated to get a nice crispy crust. Welcome back. I'm here at Brasserie 8½in Midtown Manhattan, one of the most beautiful restaurants in the city. The key to this salad is all of the wonderful toppings. I'm going to put some orange slices, and I'm doing this in sections. I'm going to put these all over here. Then I'm going to do a section of beets. I love beets in almost every salad I make at home. I put beets, and I always order beet salad out in the restaurant. They are not only beautiful, but they're so good for you. Sometimes, doesn't it seem like there's an Italian restaurant on almost every corner? Well, how many can say they've been around for more than 6 decades and served everyone from Frank Sinatra to Jennifer Lopez? It's just such a beautiful dish when you put it all together. And remember, it's the cheese and the sauce that make the dish. Who doesn't love a great big bowl of chili? I know I do. But what's the first thing that comes to mind when you think about this delicious dish? You're probably thinking meat. Well, I want you to throw out the notion that chili and carne are one and the same. With the green movement going on right now, do you think more vegetarian restaurants will be popping up?
We're making it a little tiny spot on not a prime avenue, and we're still here 2.5 years and making a living off of it. So I think there's a marketplace for it.
When I asked Chef Julian Alonso here if he offered any meat-free options, not only did he say yes, but he went an extra mile and made a beautiful 5-course vegetarian meal. Tell me how you decided to offer this type of vegetarian meal.
Well, here at the restaurant, we actually, have a lot of vegetarians.
Now I'm going to start adding all of our vegetables. The peppers take the longest to cook, so I'm going to add those first. I've got lots of colorful peppers. I've got the red pepper. I've got the green pepper. I've even got yellow pepper. So I'm going to add all those in. Stir it around, get that coated in the olive oil so that cooks through. Then I'm going to add my onions, lots of onions. I'm going to save a little bit, I'll tell you why in a second. Add a lot of onions there though. We're going to mix that all up. And as that starts to cook, I like them to get a little brown, like the fajita onions at the bottom of your pan when you go and get fajitas. I love those onions and I love those peppers. So I'm going to let this cook for a little while. They'll decrease a little in size, get a little brown, and then they'll be ready to go. Our sausage pepper paella is just about ready. I've been stirring it, getting it nice and brown. In the meantime, though, I want to make sure that our guacamole is salty enough. Sometimes I need to add a little extra salt or cilantro at the end, so I just want to make sure. Perfect. I don't know any kids who don't like hamburgers. I'll admit it. Before I gave up meat in high school, I used to indulge in hamburgers all the time, and guess what? I still do. This is actually really easy, as you can see. You probably think, why would I ever make a veggie burger from scratch when I can just go buy all those different varieties in the grocery store? Well, the reason is you're going to be surprised at how good it tastes. It's so good. And so easy. So our final ingredient is going to be some breadcrumbs. I'm here at the famous Johnny Rockets in Midtown Manhattan on 56th Street and 3rd Avenue. They're known for their dancing and of course their hamburgers. But now you're probably thinking, wait a minute, isn't this a meat-free show? Of course it is, and that's why everything you're about to see is absolutely meat-free. First, let's talk about the Streamliner. It appeared on the Johnny Rockets menu thanks to this man, Lloyd Sugarman. He owns several franchises of Johnny Rockets. And tell me, how did you decide to put the Streamliner onto the menu?
Cindy, I'm really happy you came here and you're asking us that question. Because back in 1994, I was listening to several guests, and one of the guests said, I would really like to eat at Johnny Rockets, but I can't eat there. And I said, oh my God, I can't eat there. And I quizzed her and I found that she was a vegetarian.
Now we're here with Andy Estevez. He's the manager here at Johnny Rockets on 56th Street in Manhattan. He's about to show us some of the tastiest Smoker Burger products on the menu. First up, the original one, the Streamliner. So show us how it's done. Now to even make the sandwich healthier than it already is, and it is healthy. It's got the avocado, the sun-dried tomatoes, and Now we're gonna put some broccoli sprouts. These are just like alfalfa sprouts, but even healthier. Now we're at one of the best restaurants in New York City to get a sandwich, soup, or salad, vegetarian of course, or actually in this case, vegan. It's so good, there should be a lot more restaurants around like Candle Cafe. We're sitting here just outside the restaurant with the founder, Bart Potenza. And tell me, how did Candle Cafe come about? What are its origins?
It was always vegetarian. It wasn't always totally vegan. It is now.
Welcome back. We're here now with Chef Jorge Pineda from Candle Cafe. How long have you been a vegetarian chef for?
10 years.
And how do you like it? Now we're gonna have our portobello red pepper sandwich meet our other sandwiches. Hello, other sandwiches. Those all look so pretty. Now I'm gonna wanna just cut them in half. Eat them comfortably. I kind of spoon it on top. You don't wanna mix it in at all, because the cornbread's actually gonna bake right onto the chili. I can't even tell you how unbelievable this is. And I have some family members who love cornbread, so when they see this dish, they think, wow, cornbread and chili? We know they go together, but did you know they go together in the same dish, not just on the same plate? So let me just make sure that we got cornbread all over here. Yep. And remember, it's gonna puff up nicely when it bakes. So I think we're ready to get this over to the oven. Not a hard recipe at all, because I don't want to puree it too much. I want still to be a little bit chunky there, so just give it a couple pulses there, and I think it's ready to go.